It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. We will be watching Russell Westbrook in this one, and we hear from so many players and coaches who all say Westbrook has the mindset of the greats. What does that mean to you, Shaq?
You know, he plays with the swagger and the confidence. You know, a lot of guys in the league do not possess that. And he's a complete alpha player on the court. He's a big guy, a dominant big guy in a little man's body.
No, he's a dominant little guy with a big heart. So I would say, I don't like to be a big man. I tell you what he does. His athleticism is unparalleled by anybody in the league. So what happens is you always have to put your bigger guard on him, and that changes the mismatches all over the court.
Let us get it down to Kevin Harlan as tip-off approaches.
And stop rephrasing my phrase.
On the road, looking for a win against the Western Conference rival, the Dallas Mavericks are ready for this thing to get started. The Thunder are looking to grab one for the home fans here in Oklahoma City before heading back out on the road. And, of course, Zaza Pachulia, since he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Dallas, Darren Williams out there with Matthews. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first free throw is good. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And he makes both free throws.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
They grab their own miss. Here's Roberson. Here's Adams, and finally they hit one. Adams has got his first points of the night.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Down low, here's Bogut, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, you got to love that assist by Darren Williams.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them. And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
No good from Bogut. The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
He told me one of the more troubling tasks his team must do is to figure out how to slow down Russell Westbrook. He said that between his explosiveness and ability to change direction, they'll have to have all 5 guys keeping an eye on Westbrook whenever he's on the perimeter.
And thanks for that story, Doris. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. There's a screen by Cantor. Westbrook dishes to Cantor. Matthews with the steal. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. Outside Williams from deep. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Mavericks on D. They trail by 3. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And given their performance in that game, which was not necessarily a work of art, I had a hard time believing it wound up being as close as it did.
And, you know, as it came down the stretch, Greg, I was thinking, how is this still a game? I mean, how is this still close? You got the sense that it was never going to be their night.
Here's Williams, following the score by Oklahoma City. Bogut sends a screen for Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Barnes for 3. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. There's a good screen. Kicks to Robertson. Dishes it to Cantor. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. Second, the Thunder.
Well, this is only a trend over a few games out of a very, very long season. But the coach has got to be pleased that his team has been able to score big with some consistency.
Outside Matthews. Pass to Williams. Baseline J on the way. No good. Good D by Westbrook. The Thunder with the lead.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
Got loose. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Bogut. Averaging about 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable force going to the glass. It has been reflected on the stat sheet.
Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
Speaking of Matthews' strength, he really gets into you defensively.
Yeah, he wants to make you feel him. I mean, very physical. And offensively, he likes to post up and back down weaker, smaller defenders. I mean, you give him that mismatch, he will attack it with vigor.
No free throws good from Matthews. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Now, here's Oladipo. And Cantor now, top the key. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Williams. No good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. So last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Williams kicks to Bogut. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure if he is the clear-cut winner of that debate, but he is in the conversation.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here is Berea. 8 points his last outing. He dishes it to Matthews. Nowitzki left side. And it's good from the elbow. Nowitzki's got his first basket of the night.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Westbrook, a screen on Matthews. There's the pick. There's a screen by Cannon. Westbrook passes to Cannon. Matthews into the lane, and it's denied. Cantor's shot is off.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Second shot opportunity. Matthews, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Mitch McGary's checked in for Steven Adams. Ilyasova comes in for Enes Kanter. Singler, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. The free throw drops for Oladipo.
In an area where Dallas struggled last season was defending the three-pointer. A lot of their losses came against teams that just took them apart from beyond the arc.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Dallas struggled to defend the three last year, as you said. Bottom 5 in the NBA in three-point percentage against. And the team shot just over Clark 36% against them from three.
And to compound that particular issue is that they allow teams to take a bunch of threes against them. I mean, it's something they've really got to shore up going into next season.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oladipo. Mavericks trail by 8. Outside Curry. There's the pick. To the middle. Here's Lee. And it's sent back by McGary. Singler right side. To the inside. And the pass to Payne. Now the feed to Singler. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Berea. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's Payne. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Morrow, guarded by Curry. 6 on the shot clock. McGary dishes to Singler. Shoots a 3. But they'll get another chance. The shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And they won the season series last year, trying to continue those winning ways this time around.
And you look at it, two middle-of-the-pack teams, they both need every win they can get as they try to ensure they get into the playoffs and maybe even get a decent seed.
Payne kicks to Singler. The dish now to Payne. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds to Ilyasova. Fires at the elbow. And he gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 6.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Now Barea. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Passes it to Powell. Another three for Dallas.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Thunder leading by 3. And here's Payne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Morrow, guarded by Curry. Morrow, no good.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Curry. McGarry with the block. And they're able to recover. And he recovers it. That's good. Lee's got his first 2 points.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
Here's Payne. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's McGarry atop the key. Good D by Lee.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Oklahoma City trailing. Payne with it. Pass to Ilyasova. Takes a three. Here's McGarry. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. Mavericks last season, Clark, were very tough down the stretch in games. Had a lot of players that shined all the time during crunch time.
Well, when you've got guys like Dirk and Monte that can create their own shot, it gives you a chance to win close games. It's a big reason they were 6-0 in overtime games, in my opinion.
Now here's Barea, and he gets the bucket. Barea's got his second bucket of the night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And the Mavs won close ones, as you said, but they knew how to close games out in general. 36-2 last year when winning going into the fourth quarter. Perfect screen there, set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, I tell you, that's what veteran teams do. I mean, they close out games. They know how to finish. The Mavs have the leadership and presence to not let any lead slip away by being inattentive to details.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the score by Dallas. dishes it to Ilyasova. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Singler. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. Here's the screen. Out left to the wing. Here's Barea. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Payne. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morrow. Got it. Good job in the low post. Now just a 1-point Dallas lead. Barea. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks ahead, up 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
And I can't quit, all I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit, all I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we.
And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. To be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, people now talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, for sure.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
I'll tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
On the floor for Dallas, Nowitzki is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Williams. Then it's Matthews. And it's Bogut in at the center position. Now here's Matthews. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Utah. And he gets it to go. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, back and forth.
Here's Westbrook. They double him with Matthews. Westbrook passes to Adams. And that one comes up a bit short.
In Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Here's Williams, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. For 3, and there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Williams. Nowitzki's got 5 now.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Taken away by Williams. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Matthews with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Outside Matthews. It's Williams with the drive. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Westbrook dishes to Cantor. There's a screen. He kicks it to Adams. Back to Cantor. He feeds it to Robertson. Here's Adams, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Adams has got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Dallas calls timeout.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on Enes Kanter.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
All right now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
No good on that one. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big RC coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, his third and Rookie of the Year ballot. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Westbrook with it. Williams picks him up. Just 5 to shoot. Kanter kicks to Westbrook. Oklahoma City gets it back, and Kanter throws it down.
How about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
You know, you can sacrifice a little athleticism when you've got the size he does.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Nowitzki. Dallas again missing.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision. And whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bogut. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Williams with a clean look. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Williams has got 7 points.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Westbrook against Williams. Pass to Roberson. Rejected by Nowitzki. Oladipo against Barnes. Outside Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And, you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
And that one falls for Williams. And Clark, for Darren Williams, it clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
And both free throws good for Williams. Mavs made the playoffs again last season, 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston, a good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Yeah, and you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
And for Dallas in the playoffs, really, it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. No free throws good from Matthews. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff.
Here's Morrow. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Robertson can't hit. Mavericks leading by 6. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Back to Williams. From 11 feet away, misses off the right iron.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Westbrook.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Bogut. And Curry subbed in for Matthews. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the missed 3 from Darren Williams. Here's Morrow, covered by Barnes. Left side, Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Clock at 4. Cantor's shot is off.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Westbrook passes to Cantor. Williams comes with the double team. Deflects the pass. Cantor dishes to Robertson. Moves back up. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Now here's Nowitzki, who's coming off a 25-point game against Utah.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
Here's Westbrook after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Here's Morrow. He dishes it to Westbrook. Inside. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Morrow.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And he dunks it down.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Here's Curry. The Thunder making the shot. Outside Williams. And there's the feed to Barnes. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Westbrook against Williams. Westbrook kicks to Morrow. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Roberson. The kick out to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Powell. He's covered by Westbrook. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy. And if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
The pass to Roberson. Against the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. Dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. McGarry's checked in for Adams. Ilyasova comes in for Enes Kanter. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Payne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And it's good. And the Thunder lead by 1.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. The Mavericks making the shot. Now here's Payne, guarded by Barea. Payne passes to McGarry. On the wing, Singler. He's covered by Anderson. Singler, no good.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
And here's Payne. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. And here's Ilyasova outside. That drops. Ilyasova's got 5 points so far.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And the Thunder making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Payne. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oladipo against Curry. Curry with some nice D. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
And the first one at the line is good.
In talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic. Also his pregame film studies, something his college coach absolutely raved about. And all of that showed up for him big time last season.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about 5-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a 3-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
Nice shot by Singler.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Oladipo. Anderson with the block. Fast break, Dallas. Curry leading the charge. The offensive rebound. Had a hand on it.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Payne's shot is good.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Here's Barea following the score by Oklahoma City. Oladipo outside. Here's Payne. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's a 3-point Thunder lead.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Barea. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Thunder lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, I love how they're getting points in transition. It's about pushing the ball, being aggressive, and then finishing with authority. Several times they beat the defense down the floor and ended up with easy buckets. If they can continue to keep that tempo up in the second half, they'll be difficult to beat.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. Few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Kanter is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Oladipo is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Roberson in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Westbrook. The dish to Kanter. Westbrook against Matthews from 11 feet away. The Mavericks pull it in.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Barnes kicks to Williams. Now Matthews. Nowitzki, that's for 2. And Kanter pulls it down. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Adams, and he stuffs it. What a pass to shut him up.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And here now the Thunder. It's a 1-point game. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Kanter with a screen on Williams. Westbrook drives in. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Bogut with a screen on Westbrook. Out to the right wing. Nobody near Barnes. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Here is Williams. After the made shot from Victor Oladipo. He lobs it up. The shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Williams with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Westbrook against Williams. Over in the corner, Matthews. The Thunder pull it in.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Oladipo kicks to Kanter. Feeds to Westbrook. Clock at 4. And Kanter throws it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Nowitzki gets a wide-open look. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Anderson comes in for Barnes. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Morrow kicks to Roberson. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
His shot's it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The three from Anderson. Dallas again missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Morrow kicks to Roberson. Passes to Morrow. And it's sent back by Bogut. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Matthews dishes to Powell. And Anderson has it in the corner. Pass to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Williams. Here's Bogut. Stolen by Westbrook. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's Adams. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And the Mavericks with possession here, following the score by Oklahoma City. Williams passes to Matthews. Trying to get back on track. No good off the front iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Morrow kicks to Adams. Williams comes with a double team. Morrow dishes to Cantor. Cans the 12-footer. Cantor's got 6 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Now here's Williams. He's got 11. Shot on the way, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Wesley Matthews. He's right around 13 points a night, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
Well, there's so many little things you have to learn to grow as a player. I mean, he's just going through that process right now.
Hey, guys, it's been a slow decline for Darren Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. That one wide left. Mavericks trail by 9. Anderson passes to Williams. Screened by Bogut. Shot to stop the run. And Matthews with the basket on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Well, for Williams, Greg, in his decline, his field goal percentage dropped to below 40% last season. Clark, I never thought I'd see the day with that.
Those were the worst offensive numbers since his rookie season. I mean, he had the game that you thought would carry him past his athletic prime, but that might not be the case the way those numbers look.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Adams. Ilyasova comes in for Cantor. Singler, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Dallas, Lee comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Singler against Anderson. Mavericks trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Payne following the score by Dallas. They set the pick. Here's McGarry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Now here's Payne. That's tipped. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Mavericks trail by 6.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Following the score by Dallas. Dishes it to McGarry. Now here's Payne, guarded by Barea. Payne kicks to Ilyasova. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ilyasova's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Barea dishes to Curry. Lee passes to Pop. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. 3rd best record here in the early going. And, of course, the Dallas Mavericks, 3 games behind.
And when I look at Dallas, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Well, with the personnel they have, Greg, that leap probably not going to come. I mean, they could be a playoff team, but I don't see them being a major threat.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and Oklahoma City making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Mavericks trail by 8. And here's Barea. He has 6. To the inside. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
The Thunder have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. That free throw good from McGarry. Good on both. Mavericks trail by 8. Inside, here's Powell. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 6 assists here tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Payne kicks to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Singer. They set the pick. pass to Oladipo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in his game. He has the build to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana, already stepping into the leader role with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and what I like most about his game and the way he plays is that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5-2. I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well. I mean, he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass, with his passing, or his defense.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Barnes comes in for Anderson.
We got this. We got this.
And he makes both free throws. Mavericks trail by 8. Curry kicks to Barnes. Payne grabs the board.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Nice shot by Singler. Singler's got 6.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
Dallas calls timeout. And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out the open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
Mavericks trail by 10. Barea with it. He's got 6. And here's Barnes for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. McGarry's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Barea kicks to Nowitzki. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight. You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
Back to the topic, and Nowitzki is the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now let's check in with our Doris Burke to see how Russell Westbrook is doing.
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Thunder. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Here's Oladipo. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Kyle Singler, basically a three-point marksman. He really lost minutes after the trade to the Thunder last season, a second-round pick by Detroit a few years back. He's always averaged over 20 minutes a game, but with the Thunder, he was kind of banished to the end of the bench, and his play reflected that.
And talking about Kyle Singler last season, Greg, good point you made. You would have thought the trade to the Thunder would have given him more minutes. You know, Clark, they were looking for floor stretching options with Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, but so late in the season, he needed to learn all the schemes, get integrated with all the other players. Those are just a few reasons why he was rarely given the chance to make an impact.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Mavericks trail by 15. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the right wing. And here's Barnes for 3. The rebound by McGarry. McGarry's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Here's Oladipo. Right wing. Launches a 3. No up. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front, up by 15. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And the Thunder with the possession here. On the floor for Dallas. Matthews out there with Darren Williams. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Bogut and it's set.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Left side Williams. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one.
Nowitzki is so smooth. Terrific shot maker.
Cantor kicks to Westbrook. He dishes it to Oladipo. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Anderson, he's checked in for Dallas. Matthews with the steal. Now here's Williams. He kicks to Nowitzki. Bogut high post. Back to Nowitzki. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Oladipo. Kicks to Robertson. And here we go. And Cantor throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Bogut following the score by Oklahoma City. Screen by Bogut. Williams kicks to Anderson. Good on the triple.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
The Thunder leading by 14. Outside Westbrook. Down low. And uses both hands to jam it in.
It's hard to believe he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor. You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Well, Thunder have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. The feed to Cantor. Oladipo outside from past the arc. Can't get it to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Down low. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Well, Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way. Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Williams kicks to Anderson. Screen by Bogut. From deep, Williams. Nowitzki against Cantor. Matthews into the lane. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Adams. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Westbrook's got the ball. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Thunder lead by 19.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it. Ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
And guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I don't think they had a clue.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Cantor sets the pick for Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Oladipo goes in. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
Talk about great numbers for Oladipo. He's got 21 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor. Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
First one falls for him. And Cantor did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Barnes is checked in. So he gets them both.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Mavericks trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. Cantor kicks to Westbrook. The pass to Oladipo. There's a screen by Cantor. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Westbrook.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The 3 from Barnes.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten everyone that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
Matthews. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Thunder leading by 23. Oladipo outside. The dish now to Westbrook. Back to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Robertson. It's stolen by Bogut. Here is Williams. Wants to get it to Barnes and does.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times. And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
He's definitely shaken up. They're using the timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
Oklahoma City leading by 21. And Oladipo kicks to Adams. Outside Westbrook. To the inside. They double him with Nowitzki. And that one hits back iron. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope. And a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on it.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though. We've seen Nowitzki playing a good game here. He's got 14 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent. And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
And so Nowitzki nails both of them. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was the leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
Now here's Barnes. Matthews, no one around him. Dallas again missing. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Pass to Oladipo. Dishes it to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Pass to Robertson. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Clock at 6. And it's Oladipo again missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Barnes dishes to Williams. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Now Westbrook. There's a screen by Cantor. Pass to Robertson. Fires the 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Williams. He feeds it to Nowitzki. Williams passes to Nowitzki. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Robertson. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Dallas foul call. Andrew Bogut. That's his 2nd personal foul. Andre Robertson. Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Cantor. And Dallas with a change here too. J.J. Barea is checked in for Darren Williams. And the second free throw, good.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
That free throw good from Barea. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs, saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
For me, my favorite memory of Barea is outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by screaming to the hoop every chance he got. Actually, he squirted to the hoop.
And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. To the paint. It's stolen by Adams.
If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
True. Their turnovers are piling up in this quarter.
Mavericks trail by 18. Right side Matthews. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. That's 10 points for Wesley Matthews.
And getting back to Barea's contributions against the Lakers back in 11, Barea led a fourth quarter comeback in game 2 to help the Mavs win. Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Bogut. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Clock at 6. Dallas moving it around. And that one's good. Barnes.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
The Thunder leading by 15. Oladipo goes in. Here's Ilyasova. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch. Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Ilyasova. He has 12 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Mavericks trail by 18. Barea with it. Westbrook picks him up. Inside. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Kicks to Ilyasova. Back to Oladipo.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, he would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Now here's Barea following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Barnes kicks to Barea. Nowitzki a screen. A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
To the wing right side. Ilyasova dishes to Adams. There's the feed to Westbrook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Both free throws good from Westbrook.
So far in the game for Westbrook, he's got 16 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
And the Mavericks call time here.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without fouling.
Mavericks trail by 20. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Barnes. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo goes in, and that one's good. Oladipo's got 29.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Dallas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Barea with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Nowitzki. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Thunder leading by 22.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
Your hope is to take charge of a season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0 with 3 games still left to play this year against the Mavericks.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Oladipo. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Lee, and stolen by Ilyasova. Singler outside. There's the pass to Payne. Rejected by Harris. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Singler, no good. Here's Dallas. Harris passes to Curry. The dish now to Barnes. And here is Harris. There's the 3. Off target with that shot. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And, Russell, obviously the fans were loving this win here tonight. What was your mindset coming into this particular matchup?
Just trying to come out and play our game. You know, we're a good team, especially at home. And did a good job of playing team ball tonight.
The fans were delighted, Russell. Thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And standing by for the post-game show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance for him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
They don't come much more explosive than Victor Oladipo, guys. You give him an inch of space, and he'll blow right by you with that first step. It's that quickness that allows him to finish at the rim. This guy is the definition of explosion.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.